I am, for the next few weeks, I'm going to start moving into what I call the trilogy of holidays. And on Fridays, you are going to see the news of the day and different ideas, and you're also going to hopefully experience some gratitude. We've got a lot to complain about, but we have even more to be thankful for. And this isn't just like, okay, I get it, good news. No. We have to know what is of value to us. And one thing that is of true value to me is our servicemen and women and what these guys go through and how society treats them. I remember I worked with a Vietnam vet years and years ago, and he was very proud of his service. He was really good at what he did, but when he got back, all kinds of names, all kinds of stuff. And he was sitting in a job interview, and he said, after he got back from Vietnam, and they said, well, where have you been? And he said, well, I was in Vietnam, sir. And the guy was looking at his resume and went, oh, sorry about that. And that really offended him. And he said, I am not. And I remember, because he was a wreck when I met him, and I thought, and I am never going to be a part of society that does that to people who we've asked to serve. So I am very grateful for everything that you guys are about to do. You five here in the front, you guys are from, you're seniors, you're getting ready to graduate, and do you know where you're going from here yet? Did you get your papers? Not yet. Any thoughts on where you're going? Anything that in particular?
We just found out our branches of the Army on Sunday, sir, and we'll find out in February exactly where we're going to be stationed. Yeah.
Now I notice Benjamin and Brendan have like ribbons and stuff on their chest, and Ryan, you have stars up here, and many others don't. I mean, do you feel, I mean, really, honestly, I think you're making the rest of everybody feel bad. Can't you share? What do the ribbons mean, Brendan? What's on your chest?
They're just these. This one right here is I went to a 4-week flight school program at the University of North Dakota, and then this is just based off a ranking system at West Point, so top 20.
You don't rank people, do you? This is crazy talk. I can see why so many people just dislike all the hatred here. Help me out on because there's nobody here that could have signed up for military service prior to 9/11. You all did it afterwards. You all see what's coming. Who signed up the most recent? Who's done it in the last, what, 2 years? Where? The last 2 years? Why? Why did you sign up right here in second row? Second one in, second row this way. Oh, it doesn't matter. Yes, right here.
We love our country, sir, and anything to do our duty. You join up and you fight for your country.
But what is it that made you, I mean, have you watched the news lately? What is it that made you say, yeah? I mean, what specifically? Is there anything specific?
I wouldn't say so, sir. It's a love of country.
Sir, each of us has our own reason for joining. You know, it's individual, it's based on the individual, and I can say, me personally, I'm just grateful for how I grew up, and really I just want to share that with future generations. You know, freedom's not free, and somebody's got to fight for it. So everybody can fight or can serve their country in their own way. And I think all of us can agree that this is ours.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. You know, I used to think that everybody had to be, you know, if you were going to serve your community, you know, you had to be at the soup kitchen, and you don't. There are other ways. Everybody has their own role. Like I'd wet my pants if I were you guys. I really would. Somebody starts shooting at me. I don't know. You seen Saving Private Ryan? Yeah, I'm the kid who's on the stairs going, that's me. But we all have our own role. John, tell me why you joined up.
Well, I felt an obligation to make a difference. At the United States Military Academy, you get that opportunity. You learn to be someone, and you learn the skills to truly make a difference in the world.
Did anybody have a problem when you said you were going to West Point? Has anybody experienced the West Point? Why don't you go to a good school? You could have gotten into X, Y, or Z. Did anybody experience that? You did? Darren did? Right here?
I think I did a little bit, sir.
By the way, can you not call me sir? I worked a long time for the label of Glenn, and
Well, I think I grew up a little bit in I grew up in Colorado, and I think there's a little bit of maybe a little bit of a mood of discontent with how West Point and how all the other service academies fit in with the military and the country, and I think I ran into a little bit of a maybe a service rivalry because Air Force Academy is right in Colorado Springs.
right.
And so I think West Point gives us the chance to serve with soldiers, and I think that was the defining characteristic for me, was I wanted to be on.
But so you were having the problem between the different branches.
Exactly.
Yeah, all right.
Exactly.
What I'm looking for is that anybody have, I mean, of course, you guys, I mean, really, come on, seriously, the Navy would kick your butt. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so what I'm saying is, did anybody discount in your life the fact that West Point is as good as any university here in America? Because they just see it as military education. Ryan?
Yes, actually. But then I countered back. I mean, look at the opportunities that are available at West Point compared to this college that they mentioned. And it's unparalleled. We have so much more available to us, and also the service to give back that this college did not. So,
In the back row, you guys are the instructors, and have you noticed a difference between classes? How long is it? Who's been teaching the longest? You have. What have you noticed? Is there a difference, or is it what?
Well, so, in my particular case, I graduated from West Point 20 years ago.
Could you please call me sir? Because I know you're supposed to call me sir.
Well, sir, I'll tell you that I get asked a lot by my classmates from West Point how West Point has changed, because they know that I'm there teaching, and there's always sort of the story that it gets easier and easier as time goes on, and I marvel at the fact that these folks have signed up in a time when they know full well the prospects of where they'll go and what they'll do after graduation.
I have several friends in the military, in all branches, and I have a friend who's a Navy SEAL. He's going back for his 9th tour, and I mean, at some point the odds catch up to you, and he's going, and he's happy about it, and he's doing his job. It's an amazing thing. Can the average person just go and visit West Point, right?
Yes, it's not quite as easy as it used to be. But before 9/11, you really could just walk onto the campus and walk around as a.
It's an amazing place. I just went there. I think it was about a year ago, and I know it was complex, but I think school was out when I was there because there's nobody there, and it was complex to get onto the campus. I just wanted to walk around. If you're ever near West Point, you have to. You want to feel the honor of this country. You want to feel the. You want to feel something you've never felt before? Go visit West Point. Back in just a second. So we are, I'm talking to a bunch of students and a few soon-to-be graduates at West Point about gratitude and the country and service. And I just was talking to Cal, and then we came back from a break, so I didn't hear the answer. But I just asked, what is it that you want in return? What is it that you want in return from your country?
Well, sir, I really would like, everyone in this country to utilize what the people before us have protected for them. So those opportunities that, the World War II vets and before that, have assured for the future. I want people to utilize those opportunities, go out and seize the day and take them. Would be probably the best thing to give back to us, sir.
It's kind of like the opening monologue. I said, what are we doing with our time? What are we doing with our time? Who here has been inspired by a veteran? Who is serving because, what is your name, Elizabeth? Yeah, Elizabeth?
Well, two people actually, my grandfather and then my father. My grandfather served during World War II. He was in the Army Air Corps as a waist gunner and a tail gunner. And then my father was in the Army for 28 years.
And what was it that you saw in them or thought, gee, I got to get me some of that?
I'd say it's the pride they had for serving. I would also say it's the camaraderie they built.
What's the difference between pride and arrogance?
I'd say arrogance, you tend to boast about it, but pride, it's just something that you just show.
Is anybody here from Texas? Benjamin, what's the difference between pride and arrogance from the great state of Texas?
Well, sir, I like to consider myself as someone who has a lot of pride in where I'm from. These guys have claimed that I have arrogance in where I'm from.
You're
I
from
want to
Texas.
ask them. But I'd say that pride is not boastful. Pride, you can be proud of yourself and just be happy for the opportunities that our country has given us to be able to serve them. But when you're arrogant is when you come back and you start, arrogant in any activity or rubbing it in somebody's face.
Right. Pride doesn't have to come with...
I think pride everybody can be proud of. Where arrogant, you make other people feel bad about what you've done.
Correct. It still can be humble. And actually I pick on Texas because I think that's the way Texans are. They don't put other states down. They just think Texas is the best, but you're fine to live over there if you want to, but this is the best. That's the difference between pride and arrogance. We'll be back in just a second. We're back with a group of students from West Point, and we're talking a little bit about gratitude in the country and everything else this Veterans Day week. And Benjamin just said in the break that he didn't really have a problem because he's from Texas. He didn't have a problem when he said, "I'm going to West Point." Everybody just patted him on the back. To which Ryan said, "Don't hate, don't hate," because Ryan's from California. And Ryan, I don't know how they let you escape. I don't know. When you said, did they chase you out with brooms in California?
I was under the radar.
Covert ops.
Yeah.
You raised your hand earlier when I said that you were inspired by somebody. Who?
Yeah. Actually, growing up, it was my baseball coach. And for quite a while, I didn't know that he was in the service at all. And then kind of as I got older and looking at colleges, his son had gone to West Point and kind of popped the idea. Didn't really push it. He just mentioned, West Point's a nice college, you should look into it. And it was that pride and integrity that I saw in him, and the reverence for this country and the flag. They kind of inspired me.
Is it shocking to you at all? I walked into a church the other day. I'll just tell you the story. It was my day to clean the church, my church, the one I go to, on Saturday, and a flag by the Boy Scouts had been left half unfolded. I guess they propped it up someplace, but it had fallen down, and then it half unfolded, and it was down on the ground. It bothered me so much, and I picked it up and I brought it over to the scout leaders on Saturday morning. The reverence, and I think that's part of the thing that I sense at West Point when you're there. There's a respect for things. Is it a little shocking to anybody when you go out into the real world and it's not that way? Anybody feel that? Okay, I guess not. It's just me. Back in just a second. Darren, I wanted to ask you, because you were inspired by a person. This is where I think you come in, America. You don't know who's watching you, and you don't know what your actions lead to down the line. Who inspired you?
Well, Glenn, when I was early on in high school, I found out that my cousin had joined the Marine Corps, and it's interesting that you said that sometimes we don't know the effects of our actions on others. And well, my cousin joined the Marines, and he actually went into the first Fallujah offensive, and went through the rest of his tour, which was extremely hard. And he came home, and he went back to Iraq a year later and actually ended up clearing the same territory in Fallujah that he had been through before. And he didn't know this, but at the time we had a picture of him on my refrigerator at home. And every morning I got up and I looked at his picture and I thought of, what am I doing? And what is he doing today? And it really just hit me, and it really inspired me to do what I'm doing now and hopefully live up to that.
America, what are you doing with your time? We have much to be grateful for. What is it you're doing with the freedom people like these have given us? From New York, good night, America.